All right, everyone. I would like to start off today with something that I've done a couple of times before, which is that I analyze the legacy media's write-ups about something major within sociopolitics, and I preemptively judge whether it's good or bad for the affected parties. And I've been pretty accurate using this methodology before. Of course, I do intend to watch the Trumptownhall later, but I don't have time right now, as I have barely enough time to make my morning videos because I've got to go out and do a driver's practice sort of stuff later, which not my most fun part of the day, but it has to be done. Get some training on these small Euro roads. Always a fun decision. Anyway, I will watch that later, and in the live stream I'll probably talk about it in more substance. I looked through some of the legacy media write-ups about the CNN town hall that was held the other day. Donald Trump came aboard, and of course the moderator is a leftoid from CNN, and then you have some audience participation, specifically from Republican and independent voters there asking Trump questions. So far, what I see in the news is a fixation mainly on the format of the town hall itself and the moderator sucking. And so this is an indicator to me, and you can tell me in the comments if I'm right, without having seen a second of clip from the town hall, by the way. It sounds like Trump knocked it out of the park well enough so that they don't want to talk about any of the actual substance of what he said with regards to anything other than, hey, he didn't come out and take the knee because of J6 or something like that. Otherwise, most of the articles and most of their substance is complaining about the fact that the town hall happened at all. Well, the moderator didn't really know what she was doing. I mean, she tried, but ultimately the format made no sense, and it was a bunch of Republicans that were cheering Trump, and CNN has its head up its ass. Wouldn't you talk about, as if Trump did poorly, Orange Man bad, wouldn't I expect the write-ups to be, here's the top 10 times that Donald Trump stumbled and failed. Clearly, he's not going to win. Yeah, I would expect that because of Trump derangement syndrome, but I'm not seeing any of that right now. All I'm seeing is complaints about the moderator and the format itself. Well, then I'm assuming that Trump did well enough so that they can't add that into a write-up. They don't have enough to complain about to justify writing a piece. Of course, if he gets a softball, another complaint, oh, he was being softballed by the audience. Yeah, it's a bunch of Republicans. CNN clarified that a few days ago. Yeah, no shit. He has high in-party support, and so he's probably not going to get hammered by anyone other than the moderator. Yeah, CNN's fault, by the way, for doing that. They could have had a structure where they had undecided voters. Of course, then they can always have some obvious Biden voter plants in there to, wing a fastball at him. A few Republicans, you could have unipartists like Rhino Republicans that lean off towards wanting Asa Hutchinson, or they want Jeb out of nowhere or something. Yeah, you could have really twisted the knife, but they didn't do that. So the whole thing appears to be a wash for the legacy media. CNN is getting hammered right now, mainly by liberals. See, it's funny. Right now we're in a strange juxtaposition where Fox is getting criticized by the right wing and CNN is getting dragged by the left wing. And it's the funniest thing ever. I mean, both networks deserve to be dragged. The fact that they're willing to have Trump aboard for a town hall doesn't mean that CNN is going to be fair and balanced news coverage, or they've decided to step off the TDS. What they wanted to do probably here is have the moderator screw him. It appears that the attempt failed. More than anything else, an attempt was made. It was unsuccessful. So having not watched a single clip or gotten actually any tips about interesting moments, just knowing that the town hall occurred, and looking through just like the headline, lamestream and missing link media stories, Trump, I guess, won the town hall. He won his battle against CNN. Otherwise, I think that there would be other things that they would be complaining about right now. So I'll take a look at that later. I'll watch the whole thing again. I'll be a little bit lower energy today during my live stream. Don't expect me to be quite as peppy and sarcastic as normal, because it really takes a lot out of me to go out into public for extended periods of time. And when I do something that I'm not used to, like driving in European conditions with European road rules, it takes a lot of focus because I tend to hyper-analyze everything around me, and so it drains me. I'm an extreme introvert in that sense. I'll be looking into that. I expect to see some good singers. I expect the audience to be cheering Trump largely, him to do a good job, and really any problems that they have are partisan. Well, that's the other part of it. Republicans don't care about the same kind of things that partisan Democrats will, whether it's the Republicans in the audience or in general. Many independent voters don't as well. Right now, we're a day away from a border catastrophe, number one. A recession, an official one, is looming up before us. The banking sector has suffered one of its largest failures in U.S. history, and really there's going to be a delayed reaction. That was just the foreshock, and it may get even worse than that before the main event happens. All while we have sticky inflation and multiple new conflicts that we're participating in, there's a reason why Biden's approval is falling again. And that'll be juxtaposed, because he's the presumptive Dem nominee, with Donald Trump. And people, I think, in the end will remember, hey, Orange Man bad, yeah. Mean tweets bad, yeah. But I had a job, and I didn't have to have a second one to pay the groceries. I didn't take out a credit card to buy basic necessities for my kids. There wasn't as much crime. I didn't hear about the border all the time, except in the context of the Republicans slow-walking it on fixing the problem, which finally was patched up at least somewhat in the end of his presidency. Things were better under Donald Trump. That could be his fucking campaign slogan. Weren't things better when I was there? Or Orange Man made sure that you were able to buy groceries. But Senile Man doesn't do that. So I expect the town hall to be quite entertaining, mainly because I'm hearing very little about the substance within it from the legacy media. So I wonder if I'm correct. You can fact check me preemptively. Again, I have not watched it at this time. That's about all. Peace out.